For most of us, we avoid conflict wherever possible. When we hear of a customer complaint, it's a conversation we simply would rather not have. Unfortunately, the key to any successful business isn't just handling complaints, it's encouraging them. Hi guys, Tom Aldridge from Suburban Pest Management here. At Suburban, we love getting positive feedback from our clients to reinforce the great service that our team do. Believe it or not, we also love getting negative feedback just as much. If it wasn't for the bad feedback, we wouldn't be able to improve our service to the level we have. Before we go any further, let's clarify the level of complaint we're talking about. For most of us, the initial thought of a complaint might jump to the extreme like this.
Look, I'm calling because your termite treatment failed, so I'm letting you know that I'm suing you for $100 million.
When in reality, a complaint is normally as simple as this.
Yeah, look, I thought your guy was going to be finished by 9 a.m. because I have to leave for work. I am now running late for work because you said arrival between 7 and 8 a.m. when I booked.
In my experience, it's almost always a breakdown in communication. In this example, the client has misunderstood the arrival window for the total time on site of 1 to 2 hours. But telling them they're wrong or that they've misunderstood will get us nowhere. I mean, at this point in time, it's only a minor issue. A letdown, but imagine if our response was something like this.
Listen, buddy, I've had 2 guys call in sick today, so I really don't have time for this conversation. Just tell the tech to speed up the job so he isn't holding you up, all right?
The first step has to be to thank them for the feedback. Sincerely, of course. You have to genuinely appreciate that they brought the issue to you rather than all of their friends on Facebook. The next step is to understand their issue, and don't be afraid to own it and apologise if deemed necessary.
Thanks so much for calling me about this, Dave. I'm glad that you brought this to our attention, although I'm really sorry to hear that we've made you late for work today.
Majority of the time, it's been a simple misunderstanding, and often all they need is for someone to take the time to listen to their issue and make them feel heard. Occasionally, it might need a trip back to site to discuss in person, to really make them feel heard, or even to redo part of the service. You have to understand that the client isn't interested in your excuses. All they want to know is what you're doing about it.
I have just made a note on your file that in the future we must be finished the service at your place by 9 a.m. Now that the file is updated, we won't have this issue again. Is there anything else I can help with, Dave?
The focus is always on resolving the issue with the client. If during the process we're looking to blame someone, like a staff member, it isn't helpful. If our focus is on making the client happy through the resolution, it's a great result and often we'll end up with a client for life. Of course, after this, we'll need to do a thorough investigation as to what went wrong and what we can do to prevent it from happening again.